So I'll be very honest, Nehruvian socialism finds its roots in dismantling Indian culture. That's the very essence of it. It was, antithesis of everything that India's society, India's culture represented, whether, before the British, before the Mughals, or even, for 3 decades after that. It tried very hard. It tried very hard to, make people, especially a particular community within India, feel ashamed of their cultural existence to the extent that they made us feel as if, we were some oppressors, despite hundreds of years, centuries of being oppressed. We were made to feel as if we were oppressing India's other communities. So the very fact that we are dismantling that sort of ideology, whether in terms of culture, whether in terms of economic policies, etc., it's a sign that we are okay and we are ready to accept things and embrace things as they are, which means that we are embracing real history about things that actually happened, and we are unapologetic about what has happened. I'll give you a very quick instance. When these statues, when this entire debate was happening, and when people were criticizing Churchill and people were criticizing Rhodes and Thomas Jefferson, etc., India's left were hailing when their statues were being blackened. But it's the same very left that continues to, advocate for a masjid to be at the place of India's most revered deity, saying that, no, it's important for peace, etc. If those statues are an act of oppression, and if those statues are, insensitive, then why shouldn't that mosque which existed before 1992 also be seen as an act of oppression? Why should it not be seen as, a constant reminder of the atrocities that were faced by a particular community in this country? The limited point being that Nehruvian socialism was based on a combination of factors which included minority appeasement, which included making the majority feel constantly as if they were oppressors, and that sort of mindset was also there, within the government, in the sense that the government also treated everyone as if we were not capable of libertarian values when it comes to freedom. We weren't given economic freedom at all for 3 decades, because the government thought that no, people are not equipped enough to make choices. And that continues till date, because there are certain states in India which continue to make choices regarding their people. For instance, Bihar recently banned liquor because it believes that is not in the best interest of the people. Uh, so that very mindset which views citizens as incapable of taking decisions, that view needs to change, and that needs to be ingrained in the political process, where we need to really strengthen individual rights, where we need to really be open about things that have happened in the past, where we need to be unapologetic about things that need to be said the way they need to be said. Unless we start being unapologetic about things, and unless we start being honest about where the root and real problems lie in, we are not going to be able to create a truly cohesive society, and that process needs to begin.